Guys, I'm a failure.
Are you a failure?
Well, we had this little
Yeah.
student council camping trip, and at the end, everyone got in a big circle, and we all talked about who we were thankful for. And I
Oh
was the
shoot.
only person who didn't get shouted out by anybody. I'm such a failure. I did so many great things
Poor
that
guy.
day. I elbowed a
Poor
little kid in
Sawyer.
the back of the head. I really annoyed a few people. I probably said the word skibbity a few times, but I honestly might not have been the only one. There might have been someone else, but
Nope.
no,
You were the only one, Sawyer.
yeah. And Ian,
Even I got shouted out.
Ian, you shouted out someone who wasn't even in the circle.
I didn't know we couldn't do that. Finn definitely said we could.
You were like, you shouted out Connor Mack for
Dude, he was a
Connor
real one.
Mack.
He was a real
Of
one,
course,
man.
Connor Mack.
he helped you out at football, right?
Yep.
Which
Yeah.
we can talk about here on episode 9 of the One Last Year podcast, joined by Graham Giese himself, the one and only, here to replace David. What a
One
bum!
only.
What a bum David is for not
What a
being on
bum.
today's podcast. What did he
Too
say?
cool.
What did he say like an hour before recording? What was it?
Got it right here. David said, I think I'm going to sit out the pod tonight. I'm going to be up early tomorrow, so I'm going to need some sleep.
What
What
a
a chump.
bum.
Yep. He called it the pod.
The pod.
The pod. He's too cool for us.
Where even is he right now? He's not in Bettendorf.
He's definitely asleep right now.
That's not what I I meant like
No, he's probably at the fair right now, probably.
No, he's not.
What do you mean?
He's not at the fair. He's somewhere else. He's in like a hotel right now, I think.
I thought he was at his house. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think it might be in LA.
Wherever he is, he's not here where he should be, and that's what matters. And speaking of the fair, that was actually something I wanted to talk about. Graham, have you gone to the fair at all? Because that's going on right now.
I've never been to the fair.
Never.
And I've never been to the fair.
Not even as like a small child.
And no, I don't even want to. I've heard so many horror stories of going to the fair. I don't want any part of it.
Here's my opinion on the fair. So I'm not really into like all the concert stuff. I know that's what most people do at the fair. But in terms of like the fair itself, like in the day, the rides, the whatever, it's pretty bad. It's not the greatest experience because
I'm in it for the funnel cake, honestly.
Yeah, that funnel cake will kill you though. Respect.
Yeah, it will.
But back where I used to live in Wisconsin, there was like a fair that they had every year there too, and that fair maybe it's just the spectacle because I was younger and a kid, but like I swear that fair was so much better. The one here, there's just like wires all over the floor everywhere. I'm not a fan. I'm not a big fan. So I got.
Yeah, they focus it more on like the stage and the music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I haven't been to the fair in probably 5 years, but I'm actually going tomorrow. And I was really excited until you guys said all that. Now I don't think I'm gonna go.
Wait, who's playing tomorrow? You don't know? I know Alice Cooper's playing on Saturday.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Alice Cooper is?
We're not big music guys. We're more video gamers. If you didn't know, Graham.
Yeah. I probably should have guessed that.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew the fair was gonna be a little concerning though when I went, and I basically I went to a stand and they had lemonade, and I was like, oh, can I get one lemonade? And I was very disappointed when they handed me a cup of water with a lemon in it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm like, well, this isn't lemonade, you liar. I got scammed. I got lemon flavored water. That is not the same thing.
No.
So what would you call lemonade then, huh?
Not that. Something more like processed and artificial, something that I would like.
Yeah.
I don't, enjoy real flavors.
Nah.
Yeah, you gotta clog them arteries.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So what have you been doing to, spend your summertime, Graham?
Like I said, I've been golfing every day, playing tournaments, going to the gym as much as I can, working. I'm working at Central Standard. I'm trying to be a server. I turned 18 in less than a month. That's terrifying.
You're gonna be an adult?
I'm gonna be an official adult on paper. That's terrifying.
I know exactly what you mean. I turned 18 in about like 2.5 months, and I'm freaking out, dude.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
I'm not.
Have you guys seen the posts of people when they're like they're like turning 18 and then someone will post about it and be like, "Happy birthday, you're legal now." What's with that?
Okay.
I've seen so many
Yeah,
of those already. Like what?
that's
Sorry.
That's a pretty crazy thing to say.
see, but I've been seeing so many people in our grade that are like just now turning 17, and I'm like, that's insane.
Wow, give it the times. We turned
Yeah.
17
Yeah,
last
for real.
year, bro.
Mhm.
But something that Ian and I recently did that I mentioned at the start was we had a little student council camping trip. We mentioned this last episode, and there were quite a few things that
Mhm.
happened there that I would like to discuss. For
Mhm.
starters, I did in fact elbow a little kid in the back of the head extremely hard, and
Yeah, what's the story behind that?
so basically we were in the
So no, let me tell the story.
okay.
Yeah.
Did he deserve it?
There was this little kid. He walked up to Sawyer and insulted his like six head. So Sawyer just elbowed him straight in the
Yeah, I
face.
started beating the shit out of him. No, what really happened is we were at the pool there, with all of us student councilors, and we were
Mhm.
playing Marco Polo in the pool. And these two, like, how old would you say they were? Ian, like 7 years old, 8 years old?
They were 12. Well, I think
They were 12.
they were anywhere
Aw.
from 10 to 12. They were not 7.
They were
Yeah,
like
they were.
they were throwable. So, but basically we were playing Marco Polo and I was it. And when you're playing Marco Polo, your eyes are closed, so you can't really see
Mhm.
anything. And
Yeah.
these little kids were so aggressive during that game. They kept getting in the person that was its ear and like screaming at them. So the kid, my eyes were shut. He gets up like right next to me and like yells, "Polo!" And I reel around and elbow him in the back of the head. And he took it like a champ. Okay,
Mhm.
I
He
went up.
took it.
I was.
I'm talking minimal tears.
He didn't cry at all. I went up to him and was like, "Hey, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm good."
Nah,
Yeah,
he was on the verge of
nothing.
crying,
Yeah.
but he didn't cry.
No, he was
Yeah, put him in
not. It was all
the
fine.
MMA. Put him in the cage.
Yeah.
I
Mateo knew that kid, and he said that he's like gonna get suspended from camp for fighting the kid Sawyer elbowed.
Yeah, apparently that kid's a violent one, so he's no
Yeah, so
stranger to
he's
what.
used to getting hit.
There was
Yeah,
also
yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Also, like a funny story about Owen, who was on last episode. We were at the high dive, and there was like this other little
Mhm.
kid there, and like Owen kept yelling at him like, "Do a flip! Come on, do a flip!" And like he was really scared to do it. Like he didn't do it the first few times, but then he did eventually do the flip. And then he came over to us and went up to Owen and was like, "Hey, you if I did a flip, now you have to do a flip." And Owen was Owen was like, "No, no, I'm too much of a pussy to do that." And the kid was like, "Yeah, you're right," and walked away. And
Let's see, was this at Scott County Park?
yeah,
Mhm.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Every time I go there, like one of my friends is the like lifeguard there, so we just mess with him the entire time.
Mm.
Just try and do flips and stuff.
Oh. Oh no, you have to do CPR on me now? Please
Yeah,
don't.
exactly.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
uh, but I yeah, Ian took a wrong. Well, I wouldn't say it was all Ian's fault, but we did take a wrong turn going into the park, which was kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How we kind
You
of
can get lost in there pretty easily.
Mhm.
everywhere looks the same.
You're like 4 inch.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting lost, in the pool, my contacts came out,
Oh
and I
no.
didn't bring any extras or glasses or anything. So I drove home like in the dark with no contacts in.
It's terrible.
Yeah, we were
That's
I was in the passenger seat and like Mateo and Rowan were in the back, and it was so funny because we were on like a roundabout, and we were like, aren't you supposed to turn right here?" And you were like, "Nah, no, no, no." Oh wait,
why
never
didn't you
mind.
drive?
Why? Because it wasn't my car.
Why didn't you guys just drive?
I,
And
I didn't
Shit.
actually. You know what? It was just funny. I don't know.
It was funny. I was kind of
Well, I mean, Ian, you're not like so blind to the point where you can't like
no.
function.
I could still see.
You could see the road lines at least. You could see what color the light was.
At least.
Sometimes. I had some trouble finding road lines a couple times. There was a time I thought these two
in your
traffic cones on
headlight.
the road were backlights of a car.
So what? Did you just stop in the middle of the road?
I almost did. I was like, Sawyer, I can't tell. Is that a car in front of us?
There is no car. There's nobody
Yeah,
there, and I mean it was also funny because like what road was it was closed, so you had to take like a long way
Devil's
back to
Glen.
yeah.
Devil's Glen.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I got
That
home.
road by like the
Dude,
flag.
hmm
Yeah.
Devil's Glen
Yeah.
is closed, and they're putting a stoplight at my favorite intersection,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
Mhm.
boils my blood. That was the best intersection.
I know. Me,
Actually, I almost died in that intersection one time
Huh?
because I almost got T-boned. I swear I was.
Yeah, there's no.
I'm
Like
not, but
if you're like
Go
if
ahead.
you're going like straight ahead on Devil's Glen, straight forward, it's just like that random farmhouse.
yeah.
I was trying to go down that road because I was like trying to see what was there because I worked there, so I was like trying to. I don't know. I'd been in that intersection like hundreds of times. I just want to see what was there, and I went over there at like 10 o'clock at night, and then found out it's just some random farmer dude's like driveway.
Yeah.
So I got scared and I turned off my headlights and I turned around and almost fell in the ditch because it's a really skinny road. And then I get back to the intersection with my headlights on now, and I stop at the stop line like a good pedestrian, and I start going forward,
I'm in
and
a
this
car.
car, I swear, speeds. What?
You're not a
I
pedestrian if
swear
you're
this
in a
car.
car. My fault. Sorry. Go
Okay,
ahead.
man. Well, this car speeds in front of me at like it's probably only like 50 miles per hour, but it felt like way more. And I
It's probably
swear
Yeah.
I only screamed a little bit, but
So
But no, I'm
now they're making it safe.
I know.
And I'm mad. They're
I'm
making it
the two
safe. Making it stop like
I go through that intersection every day to work, and it's gonna like kill my work commute.
yeah, that they're putting a
yeah.
stoplight in over just like a single stop sign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a 50% chance I'm gonna be stuck there.
Aren't you supposed to
Yeah,
stop
seeing as you can't turn right on red,
Oh yeah.
messed up. Yeah. Sometimes it's faster because you don't have to stop. But I'm still mad about the principle.
Yeah.
Mm.
The yeah.
Here's like the biggest thing that I recall from this little trip we had, Ian, and that I'm about to throw shade at someone. This boils my blood still thinking about it, and this is all a joke. I'm not actually mad, but Delaney Sullivan
Yeah, I just
is
do
such
it.
a cheater at capture the flag, and I'm still angry about it, and here's why. So let's give a little context here. So for anyone who doesn't know how capture the flag works, there are two teams and there are two zones, and each team has a little flag, and they got to hide the flag, and the other team has to go and get the flag and bring it back to their zone. And then if if you're tagged in the enemy zone, then you're out and you go to like prison or something. And yeah. So basically, let me set the stage for you here cuz this is just terrible sportsmanship here. Um Not me complaining about it. This is good sportsmanship. But Ian and I, we were on different teams, right? Ian and I were on
Yep.
different teams. So, for context, it was the third game that this happened. This was the tiebreaker. The score was 1-1 between the two teams. Now, in the second round, this is for context, okay? Uh, the way the round ended was I was like over on Ian's side, and Ian was guarding the flag, and Rowan Apple was there, and she you Ian asked her, right, are you on my team, and she said yes, but she lied.
Okay. Now let me I was very upset about that. It was the second round when that had happened. It was the only time you guys ever scored on us. And I was one of the defensive players. We could only have like four because of this custom rule we made.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like leading the defense. So I was head of defense. And I'm this is my first year on student council. I don't know everyone
Mm-hmm.
that's on the council. I don't know who's on whose team. So uh Rowan, she walks up to me and she's like very suspiciously walking towards my flag, but very slowly. So I asked her, "Are you on my team?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm on your team." I was like, "Oh, okay. Then I don't got to worry about you." So I keep focusing on Jackson or Sawyer, whoever was in front of me.
I was hiding
And,
behind a tree. I was like head peeking the tree, like, "Hey, Ian, come over
and the
and
Yeah.
get me."
next thing I know, she's got our flag and is already like halfway to the safe zone, and there's no way I could catch her.
Yeah,
I
but
was I
mhm.
was so pissed.
But what happened?
You got those long legs. You can catch her.
So what happened after is, yeah, Ian, you went up to Finn, right? And you were like, "Hey, is it fair for people to do this, for people to lie?" And he said yes. So it was made an official rule that yes, you can lie. So flash forward to round 3, and There was also like a mid zone, like a safe zone that like no one could get tagged in. It was like the middle area. So I was on my side, and Delaney was in like the safe zone, and she sees me and goes, "Are you on my team?" And I go like this. I'm like, I don't know, maybe. And so she steps onto our side, and I tag her, and she goes, that's not fair," and keeps running. But it's not.
Just makes up the rules.
We're not done yet. Because then
Indecision is not part of the rule set, from what I'm gathering.
It gets worse.
she gets our flag, and then after she has our flag in her hand, then Mateo comes over and tags her. So now she's out. She's out of the game. She can't do anything. But even though she's been tagged, she throws the flag to Rowan Shock, her teammate, and he catches it and brings it all the way back to his side. You can't do that. You're out of the game. You have to put the flag down. Ridiculous. And then they're all like, "Oh yay, we won." Nope. We won. We won. Ian's team lost.
You still wouldn't have won. We had you locked down. We had all your best players in our jail.
Okay, but to be fair, you hid your flag in a tree that round. There's no way that's fair.
Yeah, to be honest, we definitely hit our flag in an illegal spot.
You're the tallest person on your team, and you were the only person who could reach the flag.
Yeah. Even if you found their flag, you would need at least 2 people, one to boost the other person up to get the flag.
Because earlier that round, I was over like in the depths of your team's side, like, and I was like just standing there looking around, like, where in the tarnations did they hide this thing?
Yeah, and
I didn't know to look up.
Yeah, Owen Hubbard was also right around the tree where we hit it in, and I was so worried he was gonna find it.
Well, but we're not 6'5".
Even the first round, I had to like stop Delaney from just straight up cheating, and still we kind of did. The first round we had to put the flag in an open area so that the other team could easily like find it, and that was just for the first round. So then you have to like just defend the flag and stop them from getting to it, and then the other rounds you could hide it a little better. But Delaney is like hiding our flag underneath a the things that they put in front of parking spots that cars are supposed to stop in front of, like the concrete things. Delaney was like stuffing our flag underneath one of those and making it 100% invisible. And that's in the road too. It's not even in our area. We can't even hide anything in there. So I had to like go over and be like, "We're gonna get disqualified if we hide this there."
And she was kicked off student council.
And she was like, still like, I don't care. Basically, just hit it there. So then I had to move it out into the grass to somewhere.
Absolutely.
And then Jackson found it.
Blasphemous behavior that day. One last thing that I can recall from that day. Before then, I got some questions for you, Graham. Was Armand and that frog? That was so ridiculous. So another thing we did is we had this like little challenge we were put into teams, and I was on a team with Armand, and we basically had to put together a little dish, but like made out of dirt. Basically during our like creation phase, Armand found a frog on the ground and like picked it up and like held it in his hands the entire like for like several minutes, just so that when we revealed our dish, he could throw the frog on it. I was like, the whole time I was telling him, like, dude, put the frog down. That frog had to have been traumatized because, like, everyone was screaming when he let go of it and it was just hopping around. And I didn't know student council members traumatized animals. I didn't know that was part of it.
I don't know how official your student council group is.
Like, I'm looking at him like, please, just put the frog down. It's not going to be as funny as you think it is.
Yeah. No, never mind.
Did the frog kill someone? No, Seth.
No. Exactly what my question was.
Oh, but that was a pretty interesting day, I would say.
It was fun. I remember during some of the less like active games, like where we just walked around and made things. I was really tired because we always did those right after like we got done swimming or got done with capture the flag. So I was just so out of it for those games.
Yeah, I was really tired after swimming because we actually played the whole
swam.
time. We played games while other people did stupid stuff like sat around and tanned or something.
Yeah, you.
We played like I don't even know what did we do. We
Play
told
Marco
little kids to
Polo.
do a
Elbow
flip.
children.
Exactly.
You're setting great examples.
Mm-hmm. We have fun at student council.
Exactly.
The
Yeah,
example
for
is
We
that.
splash each other in the water. I'm just kidding. Okay. Well, Graham, you're our guest here today. You're our,
Yeah.
our new David, because that bump.
Yeah, screw that
One
guy.
more thing. This is the latest we've ever recorded a podcast. And like a few days ago,
Oh.
we were like figuring out so when's everyone good to record? And David was like, oh, I can record on Wednesday, but only after 10. So we're like, okay.
So this all revolved around him.
Yeah, so we're like, okay, let's record at 10 then, which is very late. And then like an hour before recording, he's just like, yeah, I think I'm actually going to sit this one out.
Yeah.
Guys. What a bum. What a
Yeah,
bum.
he said he has to sit it out because we're recording too late, which was all on him. I would have loved to record earlier.
I was
I want to be up till midnight.
But Graham, you are our guest. So, we're all about, talking about our last year. What are you looking most forward to for our senior year and being an adult?
I mean, I'm not looking forward to being an adult yet, but like, I'm so glad this last year is gonna be so easy. I mean, like, I got all the hard classes out of the way. I could honestly graduate early, but that's no fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I honestly I like going to school better than like being stuck in summer because I like having a routine. I like doing something every day, and knowing what I'm gonna do every day. But it's gonna be so easy. It's gonna be fun.
I agree.
Gonna actually go to like proms and stuff, homecomings.
I think I
Yes.
have like all the exact same thoughts as you, Graham. I've been so bored this whole summer. Like this
Yeah.
this past week, we've gotten a break from football practice, so I don't have to that gets rid of a morning routine and frees up a couple extra hours I have in the day. And I've been so bored, I have nothing to do with those extra hours. Like I'd be sitting at my computer trying to figure out a game to play, and I just don't know which one to do. So
Yeah, and like whenever.
I'm honestly hyped for school to start. And have
Yeah,
something
me
to
too.
do.
But like, I've been golfing every day so far, but I have tryouts for school coming next week, I think. So I gotta think about that. I can't go on break for golf yet, and I'm gonna have to do golf for school the next 2 months. That's gonna be fun.
You like golf?
Yeah. I do actually like golf sometimes, but like I've been doing tournaments all summer long, and the first round I played in was at Palmer Hills. Do you guys know anything about golf?
You hit a ball with a glove.
Yeah, exactly. So you know exactly what's going on. But like the first round of golf I played in a tournament was at Palmer Hills, and I shot 110. See, I shot 110 because it was I was using a new set of clubs for the first time, playing a full round with my new clubs, and that sucked. I haven't figured them out yet, and like I don't know, it was such a crappy day. But like the next 4 tournaments I've been in, I've shot in like 70s, 80s, super good. And so that brings down my average. And you need to have a certain average to like automatically make the team. So that's just been stressful.
I wonder if you've been playing golf.
How long have I been playing golf?
Yeah.
I mean, I got into golf when I was like 9 years old, and then I started doing tournaments when I was 10 years old. So ever since then.
Yeah.
I also know you're a pretty big car guy. You're big into cars. Isn't that like didn't you say at one point that you wanted to be like a photographer for cars when you were older?
Yeah, I can send you some pictures of. Actually, you can go to my Instagram account, my photography page. But Yeah,
Quick
I'm
plug?
pretty big into. What's that?
You trying to do a quick plug?
You think you can plug your Instagram on our podcast, buddy? We didn't. No, we're kidding.
I don't know. I'm not tech savvy like you guys, so I don't know how to do that.
No, but yeah, your Instagram, you are big into photographing. What's the word I'm looking for? Taking pictures.
Photography.
Yeah.
Photography.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do see you be posting some fire pics on that Insta page though.
Hmm.
Thank you, Ian. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. The only experience I have with golf, like real golf, not mini golf, was Graham. Do you remember that project that we did? I think it was in German.
Yes, yes,
Oh
yes. I was
yeah.
just thinking about that.
Mhm,
I was
and
just thinking that where we went to the courtyard and I brought my clubs.
mhm.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
remember what
fun.
the project was for. I think we were recording
It was
something,
for
but it
German.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We were explaining how to play a game.
Yeah.
Or
that's right.
We were
We had
supposed.
to explain
yeah.
how to play some sort of sport, and we chose golf.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Because I
And
was just gonna do the project by myself, honestly.
That is
But
If
that
we're
one
was the
being
only
honest with you.
that was the only time I ever swung a golf club.
You did pretty good, honestly, I thought.
Oh, thank you, man.
form was
Yeah.
beautiful. I remember that I was in your group for that, but for whatever reason I was like late or whatever. I think I missed a day. And I just remember showing up and Graham,
Yeah.
you were like, "Okay, Sawyer, all I need you to do is like hold this golf club and then walk
Yes.
down this
Yes.
tunnel and look awesome." But I like purposely looked
Yeah.
as stupid as I could. I was like
I,
waddling
I
down
still
like
have those I still have those videos.
Oh
we
my
had
god, dude.
some silly
We've gotta see
Billy
those.
group projects in German back in
We
German
really
school.
do.
Because there was also that one where we had to talk about like the Abi Ball, which is like German prom. And
Oh,
I
Yeah.
I remember with that one, we ended up just doing it instead of it just having a video because I don't remember what went wrong with it, but we had this.
I wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
we all had to like dress up for it.
yeah, and then we just decided to not do video anyways.
And yeah.
But because I remember, yeah, what we ended up doing was we just recorded all our audio and then I just edited them
Yeah.
together on like just some PNGs and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember
I
that
remember that.
Ian's phone microphone then was like the worst microphone ever. It
Yes.
was so
No, no.
terrible.
And he
I
had
think
a
I had like
ceiling
a
fan.
Motorola.
He had a ceiling fan.
Like you were in like a hotel with like no light on, and there was a ceiling fan, and you could not hear you, or I could not hear you.
It was so
The
bad.
the the setup was I was in Arizona and my aunt owns like a house down there. So me and my mom were staying in her house down in Arizona and I just recorded a video on my phone and I just covered the camera lens with my hand so you couldn't see anything and just spoke into the microphone with the ceiling fan on and I should have turned off the ceiling fan. I forgot about it. And the
Yeah,
audio was just the worst thing you've ever heard.
yeah, I know it because you had to send that to me, and I had to send that to Sawyer, and the quality just diminished from there.
Yeah, and then we had to have you like re-record it at school in the
Yeah,
hallway.
Oh, we did?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
we
had
used that.
yeah we used that audio because like I just remember like you and I
Oh,
sitting in the hallway
yep,
re-recording
I
it.
remember why. I remember why, because I used Google Translate and the teacher caught me, so we had to
yeah, yeah,
we had to re
yeah,
And then you still got some of the lines wrong because you pronounced some words
yeah,
incorrectly. That was also during that project when we were like dressed up. That was when I think I spoke about this on like a while ago. I don't remember, but like I mentioned with like the bathroom passes, like during that project, like Graham, you, Ian, and Ashton were like off recording, and I was like on the opposite side of the hallway, just sitting down. And again, like no teacher questioned me. Security staff needs to step up their game because I could have been
yeah, for
skipping
sure.
class. I could have been skipping class and they wouldn't have known.
Mhm.
It wouldn't have known.
Maybe it was because I was in like fancy attire that they just he's got to be
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
trustworthy. He's got to be a good
They
guy.
assumed you were there for, like, a meeting or something, like a board meeting.
I didn't look like a
yeah, like
hoodlum.
substitute teacher.
Hmm. With group projects, do you have any like really like terrible group project experiences, Graham? I feel like most people do.
Okay, I'm not gonna like point anybody out, but like I remember. Did you guys take like the AP environmental science?
No, I did not.
Okay, so
Heard
just
Tim.
me. But in that class, you have to do so many projects, and I had Corbin de Decker and uh
Wonderful guest.
yeah, very, and some other people. I'm not bashing on
I'm not gonna name names, but
him.
I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I'm not bashing on Corbin at all, but I got paired up with some people in like any project I got paired up with that wasn't with him. I just got totally like set aside, and I had to do the entire project by myself.
So let's just say you weren't put with the cream of the crop, is what you're saying.
Exactly,
Mhm.
bro. It was an AP class, and everybody in there like did not care.
That
I mean,
never
it was fun and it was an easy class. And at the end of the year, we got to go kayaking, but it was kind of stupid.
that reminds me of the group projects in German. Like everyone here, Jacob, we all had that German class together.
Not like the video
And
ones, but you're saying like just like the regular like speaking tests or
the
whatnot.
speaking test
Yeah.
project,
Yeah.
And for a while, she would let us pick our partners, but
Yes, that
she
was the
eventually.
best time
Uh-huh.
because
Yeah,
me and you would always pair up with someone, and we'd actually like play out a role.
yeah. We
That was
would
so
when
fun.
we had to do group project skits, and we could pick our partners. We would go full act out these nice characters, and we'd get really into it. And the thing about our German class is it was crazy. It had like, was it 4 or 5 like different cliques? It
Yeah,
had
yeah,
like four
yeah.
or five different groups
It
of people
really
that were
was.
really
It was
4 or 5 totally different groups of people that were like super close. And our last 2 years of taking that German class, our teacher got really into separating those groups of people
Yeah,
and
yeah,
having us go into random groups. And it felt so awkward in those groups with
yeah,
those people because we all know none of us want to be with each other. We would all much rather be
yeah.
with our friends.
And we're like all energetic, and then they're just like don't care at all.
who wouldn't want to
Yeah.
be in a group with me? Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
That was annoying.
But um when we were in a group, we'd be loud, we'd talk, and even when we're not in a group in class, I feel like most of that class hated us because of how loud we were.
Yeah, for sure.
It wasn't
That might
it
have
wasn't like us though. It was like the people next to us.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. But
yeah.
I feel like that might have correlated in how they treated us in those group projects.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I did
See,
not.
like at the same time, like I think like they almost want us to be in the group because they know we'd like kind of do everything. We'd have that energy.
Mhm.
Maybe you
I
guys.
mean, Ian, no offense, but I don't think they were thinking the same thing with you. But
I wasn't
you're
exactly.
you're still energetic. You're
I
still
wasn't
cool.
exactly bilingual.
That's all right. No one else in that class was.
But
Yeah.
I really wasn't.
I really hated those in German, those like just like on the spot improv things she like would have us do near the
Yeah,
end of the
they
year.
were stupid.
Those were so
She
dumb.
gave us like 30 seconds.
Yeah, because for like it'd be like she put us into random groups and then would have us like get in front of the room and like do an improv. But first of all, the prompts were just terrible for like how
Yeah,
it would be like to do a minute and a half long conversation, but the prompt is like you're at a restaurant and you want ice in your drink. That is not a minute and a half long conversation. That just, you can't like at most the conversations went like this. It'd be in German, like "Hello, I want ice in my drink." Okay, I'll get ice. Here you go. Oh, we
and
speak.
that's where Equally
You
But
gotta
Ice
pull out
came from.
Oh,
I feel like
you gotta pull out
maybe
the hydrogen
those-
dioxide and all.
that was me with the Equilibre ice, right? I don't remember.
yeah, it was. We'll
Yeah,
talk
that was
about that.
you.
Talk about that.
All right, so it was the way she did it is she broke us into 6 different groups of 3 or 4 people, and um, she gave us a prompt and gave us all like a minute to prepare a skit for it, and we had the ice prompt, and to make us all prepare because she didn't want to let all the groups go because that would take forever. So to make us all prepare, she would randomly just select a group. So she was like, "Make sure you're ready because you might get picked." And we had no idea. It took us 30 seconds before we even started talking to each other because none of us really liked each other in that group. And then we finally started talking and we came up with like a sentence to say before she called our group and sent us up to the front of the class. And let's just say I don't know. This was German 4, and for German 4, I didn't know any German. I went on the Germany trip, and I knew 3 different sentences, and I had to get those 3 different sentences taught to me by the other German kids. I knew nothing, so they sent me up there, and everyone else is talking, and I think I played the waiter, even though I really didn't want to.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, because in the group I joked. I was like, "Yeah, I'll play the waiter, guys, because I know a bunch of German." And then we all get up there, and they're like, "All right, you got to play the waiter." I was like, "I don't know any German. What do you mean? I can't play the
Yeah.
waiter." But they still made me do it. So I walk up there, and I don't know anything. I think I said a sentence. I forgot what it was though. And then the conversation dies out after about 20 seconds, and we have to stall for another 50. So we're all standing up there, and the German teacher's like, "Come on, guys, say something." And I'm just like, "I love ice," except I said it in German.
You
And
just
the
went,
entire class.
Ich liebe Eis. Yeah.
And then we had a
Class.
presentation, like a slideshow presentation after that, like some project after that. And at the end of the slideshow, I put equally with ice, Ian Chandler.
That was so funny.
When I said that, the entire class burst out into laughter, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh."
yeah.
There was another point where she did that, and like my group was the one that got picked. And I just remember at the end, like I had spoken like one line less than everyone. So when the timer went up, she was like, "Okay, Sawyer, say one more line." And because the prompt was so stupid, I literally said to her, I was like, "I don't know. Like, what do you want me to say?"
Sawyer was so pissed.
I'm standing up there like the prompt's over. They talked about it. Like
Yeah.
I think for that one the prompt was like you want to go to the beach but it's rainy outside. How do you, and there were
Yeah.
5 people in our group. They had already gone through I want to go to the beach. It is raining. Oh no. What am I supposed to say? I'm just a random guy.
I feel like if we were talking in English, we could have made it last a minute and 30 seconds. But
Yeah.
none of us know enough German to have enough words to make that last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have just said Ich liebe Eis.
Equally but ice.
What about
Just
you?
finish every presentation with equally but ice.
What about you, Jacob? Do you have any, group project experiences?
Project? You're talking about language class. I had French class, and in French 4, uh, like 4 times she made us go out in the hall, and it was like announcements or something. We had to say a sentence, or we had to say 2 sentences about either like a person we know, the news, or what we did last weekend. And I just want to say that I got 6 points, 6 whole points in the grade book for saying I like Ian Chandler because he is tall and cool, and that probably got me a B plus in that class.
Well, you
I think I
said
owe that
that?
all to you. Yeah,
Did any of the class
I
know
would
who
say
I
that.
was even?
Did they know who Ian was?
Well, it was in like a small group in the hallway, so it was like everybody who knew you. We got to pick our groups. So our teacher
Oh,
was cool.
you're in one of those luxury classrooms.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Sorry
Well,
to flex.
Jacob, I just want to say thank you for sacrificing your grade to say those things about me.
I think it helped.
Sacrifice. What are you talking? Oh, what?
Did you get
You
a
said you
good
lost
one?
points.
No, he said he got points.
No,
Oh,
no.
I
I
thought
said
you
I
said,
got 6 whole points.
oh,
Yeah,
well,
he was
you're
rewarded for
welcome,
that.
I
Jacob.
got
You're
6 out of
welcome.
6. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I appreciate that. Keep
Yeah,
being tall, man,
I
and
got you, man.
cool.
Don't worry about it.
You guys want to hear what could possibly be my worst ever group project experience I've ever had?
Yes.
So it was in 6th grade, and in the story, I'm looking back, I was also a little annoying during the story, but basically, you remember exhibition? Remember that?
Yeah.
Like it was like
What's
Oh
that?
yeah,
basically every year.
we did like a choose your own.
Yeah, that was one of them. We did like
Okay.
one year we
Oh,
did like a choose your own adventure that we had to make. Basically, what it was is like at a certain point during the year. Did we do it twice? I don't know. But we were put in groups and we had to make like some sort of big project that got shown to the parents. Like the parents came to the school or came to wherever and like looked at whatever they were. And for one of them in 6th grade, one of the things we had to do was we had to make this whole like presentation on like a body system. So like, the circulatory skeletal system, whatever. My group was the respiratory system, which is, your lungs where you breathe out of.
Oh.
And I'm not going to say who I was with, but like with Graham earlier, I wasn't exactly given the cream of the crop. Let's just say that. Um, my group wasn't exactly the hardest working group there was. So basically, the project, there was a lot of things that you had to do in it. There's a slideshow presentation on all the individual parts of the system. And then there was a lot of other small things like make a pop quiz on the system, make a study guide for the system, make this and that. There was a lot of things you had to make. And I remember that our group sort of like divided everything up. Like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, you do this, whatever. And we were like, all right, everyone, make sure you have what you need done by that Wednesday, whatever. And I get to school and I get into science class and I'm like, all right, did you guys get your parts done? None of them, not a single one of them had done anything. So I being a little control freak was like, okay, you know what? I'll just do it. I'll just do it all myself. Fine. So I did the whole thing myself. But this is the annoying bit is that I sent my science teacher an email. It was like, I want you to know that my group is the most annoying group there is. Okay, they're not doing an ounce of work. Okay, you need to do something about this. And I remember,
Yeah, I've had to
You get all
send
the
that text so many times.
and I remember he took me out in the hallway and was like, "Okay, what's the deal?" And I'm like, "They're not working. They're not helping." And yeah, nothing changed. Yeah, that was just a horrible experience. That little, sixth grade me learned that you can't rely on anyone for anything.
Yeah.
hmm
Like David Ball.
Like David showing
Like
up to the
David Ball.
podcast.
Yeah.
Like I know
Dude,
Graham
I
was
remember.
so excited to see him, but he's not here.
Yeah, I remember for
Yeah, I actually found
exhibition.
the David
Well,
Ball fan page now.
What, Jacob?
oh, dude, I was gonna say I remember for exhibition in sixth grade, we had to make this like choose your own adventure about if you were in like the Syrian bombings or something.
Oh yeah.
And all I remember is that
Yeah.
I didn't do anything in the project, and then I came back on the last day to see what they had done. And to get the good ending, you have to abandon some child who like needed your help and to steal some guy's boat who like was gonna sail away and survive. And that's how you get the good ending. You like sail to some other country and like nourish yourself on some fruit or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I remember because it was like we read a book in language arts that like had to do with that.
Yeah.
That was themed
Yeah.
like that. But I remember
Oh,
from my group,
that was that one book.
I don't remember what it was
That's
called.
that one book that yeah, but it like swapped between like three different stories, and
Yeah,
I only ever cared about one of them. I hated that book. That was stupid.
yeah,
It was
because
like
like in the end of
cliffhangers.
one of them, like one of the characters was revealed to be an older version of another character from another one. It was, anyways. I just remember from
I
my
didn't know
group.
that. You just blew my mind.
I
What?
remember from my group's choose your own adventure. Like there was a bit where like a slide we wanted, like the slide was about like Hamburg, Germany. That's just where the location was, and we wanted to put a picture on the map of Hamburg. I don't remember whose fault this was, but somehow a picture of the country Hungary got on there instead. And I remember on exhibition night when we had like a parent doing our choose your own adventure, he was like, "This is supposed to be Hamburg." And we're like, "Yep," and he's like, that says Hungary. we're looking at it like, oh yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's pretty close.
Hey,
Hamburg, Hungary, they both start with
That
H.
one may be a city and one may be a country, but it's
I
close
mean, like
enough.
they're both smaller than an American state, so
Yeah.
right. That's how I classify everything.
An American state. Which one?
any of
The
them.
big one. Oh. Even bigger than smaller than Rhode Island. Are you sure?
Yeah, it's way bigger than Rhode Island. I mean, smaller than Rhode Island.
Okay. Okay. You need to get your geography checked, buddy.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So Graham, you also participate in races, correct?
These
Hmm.
are
What, Ian?
nothing. I'm not gonna make that joke.
Okay.
Don't say anything, Ian.
Did you think I said racism?
No, I was gonna say. Did you just call Grandma racist?
No. Oh, race
Something
cars.
flashed in my mind, and I was like, Should I bring it up?
This the caption of this video better not be Grandma's racist.
Graham is racist.
Graham said what?
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, you race cars. Tell us a bit about
Race
that.
cars, yeah.
For clarif-
So
Pulled the race car.
my little focus, yeah, is a little hopped up. Yeah, I take it to Cordova Dragway every now and then and just have at it. It's pretty fun. And then I started getting into autocross racing, which is like just like circuit racing, but in like a shorter area. And there was actually a race at the high school last weekend, and I'm gonna be in a race this weekend at the high school. So you might need to check that out on Saturday morning.
It actually just sounds kind of sick.
God,
It's
Is it like
pretty
when
sick.
you at the high school, like in the parking lot,
where?
or like
Like
outside
in
the
the
high school?
parking lot?
In the north part, yeah, in the north parking lot.
What time?
I think it starts at 9.
Mm, mm,
Yeah,
mhm.
Okay.
I know Corbin was there. I saw him.
Can I enter into the race?
Yeah, you can. Anybody can.
Really? In my Subaru Outback?
In your Subaru Outback, yeah, absolutely. You'd kick some ass.
Dude. What happens if I crash into like you?
You might die.
Well, you don't race at the
Oh my
same
good.
time. It's
Oh,
it's a
like
time limit.
okay.
So you like go in and out of cones. As
That
stupid as that sounds,
no,
but
that sounds so sick. I might actually slide to that. That sounds awesome.
yeah, it is pretty fun. But uh, yeah, and I'm trying to build my car a little bit so it's a little quicker. But
It's all about
either
the
that or buy a new car.
it's all about the handling,
What's
Graham. It doesn't matter how quick your car is.
yeah, and my car is a front wheel drive, so it's even better on like a course.
Oh,
Uh, Mine's an American rear. Oh my god, rear. Never mind.
It's not even a Subaru is not American.
Really?
Subaru is Japan.
Oh,
Yeah.
but it's an Outback. It's Australian.
Come on,
oh,
man.
okay. I'm liking this.
See, this is what I'm saying. His geography, it needs work.
It is geography.
I
Yeah,
thought you were
bro,
good at geography.
weren't you? Yeah, didn't I see you playing those geography games all the time? Those aren't helping.
You play like Age of Empires or
Hearts of Iron.
Yeah.
Hearts of
GeoGuessr?
Iron? Dude, did you guys
Dude,
see the new GeoGuessr
GeoGuessr.
Fortnite map that you can play? It's like GeoGuessr, but it's the Fortnite map.
Yes, I have,
That's
dude.
disgusting.
They have one for GTA 5 too. I destroy you at the GTA 5 one.
I destroy you at the Fortnite one.
That's just LA.
Which season? Which season of Fortnite?
I don't even know. I actually have not played Fortnite since the OG map came back, and then it left, so
Yeah.
I stopped playing.
Me too, actually.
See, I haven't played Fortnite since the like season 7, like the original season 7.
Wow. I
Like that's how much I've just been done.
Dude, I
feel
still
that.
remember playing back in elementary school. I just remembered this. I there was I'm not gonna say who, but there was someone in my grade. We had like a miniature beef. It was really dumb because elementary school. But basically, I was like upset at him for something, and he was like, "Sawyer, can I please just have your gamer tag so we can play Fortnite together, please?" And I'm like, "Nope, you upset me. You angered me. I'm not giving you my gamer tag."
You guys could have settled the beef in Fortnite though.
Uh,
1v1.
I think it was because he like called me a B word, which was just heinous, terrible back in elementary school. Like that was like cardinal
Terrible.
sin
I don't
to
believe
call
that.
someone something like that. My fifth grade
I
teacher
still
sweared in front of our class and didn't realize it was a swear word.
What'd she say?
She said, "Damn."
Dude, when I was growing up, I didn't know that was a swear word either.
Really?
I got in so much trouble
Me
going over to my
neither.
That's what I'm saying, Jacob. I went over to my
I never,
friend's
I
house
never, I
all the
never.
Never what,
God,
Jacob?
What?
I went over to my friends' houses
Right.
all the time, and then I'd say damn, and then like their parents would get mad at me, and I'm like, I didn't know it was a swear word,
No,
and then like
the thing the beavers make.
and then like I try to not say it, but it's like a focal part of my language.
I just have to. It just
Your
slips out.
vocabulary.
It's a core part of my vocabulary,
Mhm.
so it just kept coming out. Pause.
Dude.
It still is. I still don't think it is one now. It's just I just wasn't raised like that.
My favorite word is bro and dude.
Mhm.
Me too. Actually, I think my favorite word is skibbity and toilet.
All right,
I mean,
Graham.
Jesus.
So, what was I going to say? I was going to ask
I don't know.
what would you say is the hardest class you've taken in high school so far?
It's a good
Oh
one.
my goodness. Honors chemistry 2.
Oh, how was that?
Terrible.
Why would you
Well,
do that?
let me think about that a little bit longer because that one was really hard. I just did not care for that class. Um,
Graham, what were your thoughts on honors algebra 2?
super easy.
Oh,
See, I love
So,
algebra
Hmm.
and I hate geometry.
I think you're misremembering that class because
yeah.
it was honestly the hardest class in all of high school.
No.
The only it was. It's the only reason I failed that class is because it was so hard.
Passed
exactly.
pre-cal by a fourth of a point, dude.
Oh yeah, you did.
I'm scared for pre-calc. That's how bad's that?
It wasn't that bad. I just didn't pay attention.
Yeah, we.
So I
So
don't
you're
think it's
saying I
actually
just
that
need to
hard.
pay attention?
Wait, so
Yeah, I'd probably do the homework.
Jacob, didn't you
What?
drop honors pre-cal?
No,
Oh, that was Jerry and Caden.
Jerry, Caden, and Thomas all
Oh,
dropped honors pre-cal.
Jacob and I stuck it through to the end.
Mm-hmm.
I
Connor
tried
did
to
too.
drop it. I tried to drop it,
They
but they
left
wouldn't
Connor
let me.
all alone in that class.
Yeah, that was so
Yeah.
sad. In the third period, it was like Connor, Jerry, Thomas, and Caden all together. But then after the first quarter, like all of them except Connor dropped it. So then Connor was just left in there by himself.
Jacob, did you say you tried to drop the class?
Tried to drop it after first quarter, and I said, "No, you can't do that."
Yeah. I
And I got
tried
a
to
B
drop
first quarter too. So
yeah, I tried to do the same exact thing, but for honors,
Algebra 2.
no, it was AP Computer Science. I tried to drop that class.
Oh yeah, you did.
Mhm. So first quarter, I had honors algebra 2, which I failed, and then AP Computer Science. So I come in first day of the second quarter, and it still says I'm supposed to go to honors algebra 2, and I'm like, well, I already failed that class, so I got to go to my counselor and talk to them about this. So I went to my counselor and we talked about it, and I got a new class and all rescheduled. And I was like, "Hey, while I'm here, could I also drop or AP Computer Science?" And she was like, "Oh no, it's too late for
Oh
that.
no, no.
The only reason I'm letting you switch the other class is because you failed it." And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
thank you."
And you passed that class. You passed AP
All on
Computer
my
Science.
own, all on my zero help.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Just 100%
or do
skill.
you know if they
100%.
do they average the grades of classes that are two quarters,
What
or is it just like
What do you mean?
No.
No,
are they
no,
gonna? They don't.
no.
Okay,
It's just
I'm just begging for a C.
Like if
it's
you
just
got a B one quarter and a D the other, which is what you got, then does it average out to a
Yeah.
C? I mean,
yeah,
technically it does just on
Mhm.
your GPA. I mean,
yeah. That's true.
isn't that what matters? That,
I guess
that awesome.
I like my transcript though.
No, but that's my whole hope this senior year is just to fix my GPA. It's not like bad, but it could be higher.
It could be higher.
Still haven't emailed my counselor to drop calculus 1 and 2, so I'm really hoping I don't get stuck with those. That'd get me.
You
Yeah,
want to drop
that would
both of them?
Yeah, I don't want to take calculus.
that's for real.
I'm taking
Or off
calculus
block.
one.
Gonna have
Graham,
little adventures on my off.
Did you take that like outdoor PE class, like outdoor education or whatever?
No.
No, dude, that class
See,
looks
I
so.
thought about it, but like I don't really care.
Yeah, I took it for the easy A. Like I said, I'm trying to fix my GPA.
Yeah, it doesn't matter either
Maybe
way.
It
I
looked
can
like
drop calculus. Maybe I'll join.
you should.
Said lifeguarding wasn't bad, was it?
I kind of wanted to take lifeguarding again because that class was so much fun, but I just wouldn't have any like friends in it.
That's a good point. I don't want to be
Maybe
in the
we
pool for a quarter with a bunch of sophomores.
maybe we could both take it, Jacob. We could both take lifeguarding. That'd be sick.
Did they let you take it again?
Yeah, I failed it. Well, no, I didn't
I
fail
thought
the
you just failed
class.
the thing.
I didn't fail the class.
Oh, okay.
And people take that class twice so they can get certified twice because it only lasts for 2 years. So you're allowed to take it again.
Are there
Maybe
So
I'll do
wait,
that.
are there
if you
freshmen?
take that class, it like gives you a certificate for 2 years.
Yeah, if you take the class, you get certified to lifeguard for 2 years.
Assuming you
Really?
pass the test at the end.
Which
Yeah, assuming you pass.
Yeah. It's the class itself is super easy, like easiest A of my life, but the test was really hard. You had to like actually
You
study.
have to tread water. I think you have to tread water for like 2 hours straight.
They have a prerequisite like swimming test you have to pass to even join the class.
Oh, I can't swim.
I think you
Very
yeah
well.
if you can't swim then they won't let you take the class.
I can swim. I'm just really slow. You don't have to be
Well,
fast. I can't swim fast.
I don't think they're. It might be timed. I don't know. I think you had to swim. I want to say like a 500, which is insane. It could.
That's
Which is like,
ridiculous.
it's like 20 laps in the pool.
I got it.
Yeah,
Maybe it was a 200. I feel like it was a 200. But
yeah.
then you had to tread water for I want to say 5 minutes, but it might have just been 2. And
5
then
minutes is like a normal class. It's like just
Oh, that's
swimming.
it probably was 5 minutes.
I was-
And then after you
I was
do
doing that
that,
at the pool at the camping thing we did.
yeah, we were treading for a while. And then after you do that, you have to swim to the bottom of the deep end and get this like 10-pound brick off the bottom and bring it back. And the issue was I wore my goggles to the swim test because I thought we could use them. And they were like, no, you can't use goggles in this. Lifeguards don't put on goggles before they save people. I was like, oh, shit.
I would love to see a lifeguard in goggles
Why?
I know, dude.
and a swim shirt. That'd be so fun.
Why is that?
The issue, why is that? It was like they don't want you to waste time putting on goggles before you jump in
Yeah,
to
but what
save
if you
someone.
just always have them on? I guess you can't see as well as a lifeguard if you're on the stand.
They're annoying, so you're not going to wear them all the time.
Mhm.
But I had
For
to.
some reason,
So
freshman
like,
year, I used to go to. Okay,
hey,
go
let
on,
me
man.
finish my lifeguard
Every
story.
time.
Let me finish my lifeguard story. I'm sorry. So before the test, because they wouldn't let me wear my goggles, I had to jump into the pool and practice opening my eyes underwater because I'd never done it before. So while everyone else was swimming to the bottom to get the brick, I was in the water just trying to open my eyes so I could see the brick in the first place.
Yeah.
So what happened to you freshman year,
I
Jacob?
was gonna say, freshman year, I used to go to the open swim pride like once a week for some reason, and they had those bricks there, and I could do that. I already passed that, and I didn't need to open my eyes, so I was good.
It's fire.
But maybe I'll think on it.
Wait, you said
Open swim pride.
you did
What?
need to open your
I
eyes, or
could
did
do it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, I didn't need to.
You didn't need to? Well, because they make you swim from starting in the lap area, then to the deep end.
Oh, that's kind of bad.
Mhm.
I'll think on it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it
the
was
people in open swim pride are
the
kind of
class
weird.
itself. The class itself was a lot of fun. Do you remember in 4th grade when we went to the high school for swimming lessons?
Yeah.
It's the lifeguard students that teach those lessons. So when those were going on, I remember being able to get out of class early and come to class late because I was giving swimming lessons to these little kids, and that was a whole bunch of fun. Just being able to get in the water and swim is a bunch of fun. I love swimming.
I remember getting so angry during that 4th grade swimming thing because when I was in 4th grade and we did the swimming program at the high school, they basically had us all do like a swim test where we just did like freestyle back and forth, and they put us into 4 different groups. I don't remember what the groups were called. They were like fruits or something.
I do. It was apple, orange,
Hell
banana,
yeah.
pear.
Oh my gosh.
Say that again, Ian.
It started. This is in level of difficulty. So apple was the easiest. Then it was orange, banana, then pear.
Yeah. So if you were an apple, you didn't know how to swim, and if you were in pear, you were a legend swimmer.
Mm.
And you said banana was before pear.
Yeah.
So I remember they put us onto the groups and like they put me in pear, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Dude, me too. I was pear.
But then what happened is I was in the pair group. I was doing just fine, and then like the teacher, whoever it was, came over and was like, "Hey, Sawyer, I accidentally misplaced you. You're actually in banana. Son of a bitch.
No.
I am
Dude.
not a banana. I am a pear at heart, and I know it." I got so angry. I was like, "Goodbye, everyone. I'm going to the loser group."
teaching the pair group was always the most fun because it was only like 3 or 4 kids that ever made it. So you had the smallest group and you could like really get attached to the kids. And there was one time only one kid made it to the pair group. So it was me and another lifeguard teaching this one kid all the lessons.
What do you even have to teach
Who already
him?
knows how to swim very
Yeah.
well.
Or just
It wasn't even
go?
swimming, it was just playing games.
Mhm.
Like there was very little teaching at that point.
Graham has walked
Fourth
away.
grade.
Bye, Graham.
Get in my charger.
I'll keep talking about fourth grade. I got put in the banana group, fair and square, or not fair and square, because my swimming test wasn't like do a bunch of laps of freestyle. The dude, I think it was Mr. Aarons, probably.
Usually is.
He said, "Okay, now swim," and I did like a lap of freestyle, and he was like, "Hey, now do another stroke," and I like backstroke. He's like, "You know any more? Do another." I did like side stroke or something, and he just exhausted me of all the swing strokes I knew, and he was like, "You know any other ones?" And I was like, "There isn't any other ones, dude." And then he put me in banana, and I was so mad. And I'm pretty sure everybody else got a normal swimming test. So I don't know what his beef with me was.
Wait, so he like looked you in the eye and was like, I'm not sure. Do
Do
another
another.
one. Do one more.
Yeah.
I just gotta be
This fourth grader can't do perfect butterfly stroke.
Oh my god, I hate butterfly.
I'm actually not terrible at butterfly stroke. I'm weirdly fast at it.
It's just exhausting.
It is exhausting. Couldn't do
The
20 laps in it.
But the worst stroke is also like my favorite stroke is breaststroke, but it's also the one I'm the worst at. I have this like
Dude, I love that one.
I have this weird thing with my foot or like my leg. It does like I do a weird kick with it. It's like a habit I can't break, and it makes me so slow.
You ever do elementary backstroke? You know elementary backstroke?
Is that like
And
just
that's like
That's
rocket.
that's backstroke, but as breaststroke.
yeah, I do
So it's
that.
like you do the frog thing. That's my favorite, bro.
That's like the
plane.
chill swimming stroke. That's where you're just chilling and you just
That's the
move.
chill one.
Mhm.
I could survive for 4 days in the ocean doing that stroke, dude. Where
Graham, did you ever do that swimming program?
Yeah, I did it through the YMCA. So when I was like a little kid, we'd go there, and they didn't call it like the fruits or whatever. They had like the guppies, the minnows, the something like that.
Sharks.
It was something. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know what the heck I was, but that's what I did.
Well, that was like a swimming lesson that like your parents signed you up for. The thing we're talking
Yeah.
about was something that the school did that every fourth grader had to do.
See, I didn't go to your guys' school, so
Were you here
See, that's
in this district?
Oh,
true.
I went to Lourdes Catholic School, so they don't really like reach out that
Yeah,
much.
that'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
mhm.
But
What
yeah.
was Lords like? You have any cool Lord stories?
Any crazy things happen?
No.
No.
It like as much as I think like I'm a better person because I grew up in a Catholic
Mhm, mhm,
school. I'm a proper person,
mhm.
but like I'm a mannered person
Okay,
because of it.
so you're
I'm
better
not
than
saying you guys aren't, but like I hated everything about it, but I'm a better person, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, now,
But there was nothing interesting about it. Went
okay.
to went to church every Wednesday.
Mm, type type shit.
Type shit.
So
Shut up.
Where is it? I've never heard of that school. Where is it?
Lords,
What's the exact
So
address?
Yeah.
Don't say the exact.
I don't
it's,
I don't
it's down
know.
by the
Oh.
river. You know the new bridge that they built. I don't know what it's
It's
called.
okay. So like
The new arch
think
bridge.
of Rocket Park.
Hmm.
Think of Rocket Park, and
Oh,
then think
okay.
like the across the
Highway bridge.
yeah, exactly.
So
Like think of Rocket Park and then think of Lord Catholic School. It's like it's where that one is.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
It's
I see what you're talking.
across
I see what
the
you're saying.
interstate.
So you might not have any
I see
interesting
that.
stories from Lords, but something in your room is very interesting. It keeps catching my eye. What's up with that safe behind you?
Oh, I didn't even see that. There's a massive safe behind you.
Got a bank safe behind him.
So when I was like 10 years old, I made this thing right here.
You made it.
No. Shut up.
Oh, okay.
I made it a long time ago, but it says Graham Cave
Oh,
This is the
because
Graham
it's
Cave.
my
That's
Graham
cool.
Cave.
okay.
This is my Graham Cave. But so the story behind this, I used to do shooting competitions when I was little,
Mhm.
and I still kind of do. I don't like go into competitions, but it's more of a hobby now. But things got stuff in it. Can't say it.
Oh,
Okay.
it's
That's
not a
fair.
body.
Is it like locked though? Like, or can you just walk over and open
Yeah,
it?
it's
a
pretty
safe.
locked.
So
Okay. It's like a genuine safe though. It's like thick and like bulletproof, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's sick, dude. I want a safe. All I've
For
got
what?
is you guys' book.
oh wow.
Ain't even got nothing in it.
Wow.
When you mentioned
That is
the new bridge,
high security.
remember when they blew up the old bridge, but like people were like disappointed?
Yes, I went
Remember
to
when
go.
they
Bro, it was
originally
so
promised
loud.
me it was gonna be a buffalo sanctuary, and then they said no, we're blowing it up.
No, that's a different bridge, the Buffalo Sanctuary.
Yeah, that's something else.
With the old bridge,
Oh,
like
that's
because they built the new bridge and then they had the old one that was like green. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
They basically had like a scheduled like explosion where they were gonna blow it up, and like there was like
Mhm.
crowds of
Mhm.
people that went to it, and they were all disappointed because I guess the people were expecting like a massive nuclear fiery explosion, just a massive fireball. No, it was just like miniature explosions blowing up like the foundations, and that was it.
Yeah, but like it was so loud. I could hear it from like my house,
Yeah.
and it woke me up at like 6 o'clock.
Woke you up. That's crazy.
Me too, it woke me up, but yeah, those people were like, man, I could only hear that from Montana. Like I was expecting more out of that.
Some
Yeah,
people
Kind
were
of
like,
wish I went to it though.
I went to go see it in person with Caden, and it was pretty cool. I thought it was sick.
I just remember some
On
people
video,
posted
it
on their
was pretty
story,
cool.
like their reaction. They were like, "Oh man, that's it! Like, what'd you expect? You know, a fireball?
That's what I was expecting. I don't know.
Just them to incinerate the whole thing."
I remember the build up. The build up to it was crazy, and I understand it was kind of a letdown compared to all the hype around it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
Did they
all
have
of us,
like
everyone in that
concerts?
crowd was super hyped for it. We like couldn't wait. And then like
Yeah.
the timing was off. Like they were supposed to detonate it like earlier, but the timing was off. So like 5 minutes after they were scheduled to blow it up, they blew it up. So we weren't like fully even ready for it.
Well, Graham, I think we're getting
Yeah.
close to the end here. It's getting really late because David wanted us to,
Mhm.
you know, whatever. Well, we've
Yeah,
talked
David.
enough about that
Yeah.
guy. But you know,
Yeah.
one last question, if you have a good answer, what would you say is one of your favorite, or just your favorite memory of high school so far? Just like what do you think about most fondly?
Um,
Is it me?
it might be honestly.
Oh,
I'm a very boring person, but like,
don't say that. You do a lot of cool stuff.
You race cars and
Yeah, you race cars, you go to shooting ranges, you play golf. It's
I'm
like
a
3
certified
times
scuba
more
diver.
exciting
Did you
than
know
my life.
that?
You're
You're certified what?
Scuba diver.
What?
yeah,
where do
Graham,
you
you're like
scuba
4
dive?
times more interesting than me, man.
No, but I'm not social. That's
we run a podcast, buddy.
yeah.
The
But
last I'm speaking to more people
honestly,
on this podcast than I have in my whole life.
yeah. Honestly, my favorite memory probably driving my own car on like the last week of school because that's when I got my permit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That made me so happy.
You pulled up in the
But
whip.
yeah,
Makes sense.
pull up in the whip.
Mm-hmm.
The whip. Now you can see the whip. The
Mm-hmm.
whip is gone far.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Love
geez,
that thing.
it is really late.
It's stupid late.
So we're gonna get it going now. Thank you all for listening to this episode. Thank you, Graham, for coming in and replacing that hoodlum David Ball. We're gonna he's gonna have an earful next episode when he comes back, which he
Yep.
better.
For sure.
Well, thank you all for listening. Sweet dreams. Goodbye. Bye bye. Bye everyone.
Bye. Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys. Yeah.